like 4. Sometimes it's cool, bro. Do something predictable. Yeah. It's fine. They're not going to stop you for real. George Kittle. No. George Kittle, bro. George Kittle. We got to have a talk. We got 2019, right? 2019. Bercy said, I will be back here in the Super Bowl with a vengeance. With a vengeance, bro. The only vengeance that came up upon them game was your cleats. Because you was just running cardio that whole game, bro. 2 catches for 4 yards, bro. 2 catches for 4 yards, bro. You're supposed to be one of the top, 5 tight ends, bro. You only, and mind you, one of them did get called back. No, I give him top 5.
I give him top 3. He was all pro this year.
He wasn't all pro in that game, I'll tell you that. Debo. Now,
Debo's talking.
Debo was talking crazy. He can still talk cash to the Eagles. They beat him by like 3 touchdowns, bro. He can still talk crazy to him. But at the same time, what you said?
You beat him when it matters, so I'm
gonna say. Okay. Right. So, but back to Debo, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. He like pulled something while getting open. That was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've never played football in my life, so I'm not gonna like discredit that. You know what I mean? Injuries happen, right? So Debo, I might cut you some slack. Brandon Ayuk, that was kind of unacceptable. He barely got the ball. They only throw to Ayuk when they really need him to catch something for real. They don't utilize him at all. He's more, of course, he's like a deep threat, but at the same time, it's cool to get a little slant route, or it's cool to get a little comeback route here and there. Brock Purdy, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and call you a game manager. You're definitely not a game manager. You know what I mean? You tried your best. You didn't throw a pick. I honestly thought he was going to throw a pick in this game, but he didn't. So hats off to him, I guess. He threw a touchdown. I'm not even gonna lie, he probably wasn't even the top 5 most important person on that field. You know what I mean? Jawan Jennings is probably more important than Brock Purdy. And it's like when he delivered. I'm not gonna lie, he delivered at to a certain extent.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's a quarterback at the end of the day. No matter how much talent you have, you still have to throw the ball. You still got to throw the ball to these guys. You still got to make them connections. He was making them, but at the same time, when it really mattered, bro, the connection just wasn't there.
He didn't make the timely plays.
He ain't make the timely plays. Barely, and it seemed like he barely even made time to even scan the field at times, bro. He missed Ayuk on a couple key possessions. He missed him on a touchdown as well when he got rushed for the blitz and everything like that. So I'm disappointed, but at the same time, I feel like we're definitely going to be like at least NFC Championship next year. If everything goes to plan. Of course, we got some drama with Brandon Ayuk. His brother was snapping. Then Ayuk going to say, "Use what got you here in the first place."
His girlfriend was talking about something. We might never be back at the stadium.
See now.
Yeah, but you know that mean though, because he on the 5th year option.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He want that contract extension.
I mean,
might not seem like the Niners gonna pay up, so he talking about he wants to trade.
I mean, I would definitely want him back. I'm not gonna lie, I would definitely want him back. But in this Kyle Shanahan offense, bro, I feel like a lot of wide receivers. I'm not gonna say they can easily take his spot, but like some wide receivers can.
I was gonna say he
bro. Yeah, bro. It's like you talking about use what got you there. Pretty sure we use Christian McCaffrey to an extent, and Debo to an extent as well. But it's just a little ugly. Like obviously after a Super Bowl, the team is going to feel some type of way. Apparently they even said that they didn't know the overtime rules.
They did.
Like come on, bro. Like you're lying.
And we
did overtime.
Yeah, we practiced it for overtime.
Like come on, bro. Like let's not do that, bro.
No, I feel like it was good to watch the Niners lose. I want both teams to lose. To me.
Right. But shameless.
In the Niners fan perspective, I feel like me personally, I'd be angry at Kyle Shanahan, bro. I just feel like overall he was not prepared for the game. Brandon Ayuk, 6 targets, 3 catches is ridiculous, bro. Right. I ain't gonna lie, bro. He might not have been the focal point of offense this whole year, but he's the wide receiver that in these type of big leverage games, you gotta give it to him. That's your wide receiver. He's, in my honest opinion, I think he's their most underrated player. He doesn't get enough credit. We talk about Debo a lot, but Debo don't do the same thing that he did 4 years ago. He doesn't play as much running back concept and all that. Like going forward on the Niners, bro, I'm paying Ayuk. If I had to trade in Debo got a $28 million cap hit next year, bro. That's a lot of money for a wide receiver that's not like 28-year-old. Like, feel me? Brandon Ayuk, he a big possession wide receiver. You could throw him up any route. Feel me? I just feel like him, Christian McCaffrey, whatever you can get back from Debo going forward, that's a good joint to start off with your offense. And overall, I just feel like down the stretch, he didn't make the timely calls, bro. Kicking the field goal on 4 for 4, I would have went for it.
Right.
You literally had a 4 for 4, went for it, and got the first down in the same drive.
Right.
So I feel like getting scary in that moment is like, bro, you can't.
Because either way, if they score a touchdown,
That's
they
what
lose.
that's what I'm saying. You can't put it in the Chiefs' hand. And then after the game, he said the reason why we went for the ball in OT because we wanted to get the ball third. Because if the Niners would have scored, and the Chiefs would have came back and scored, the Niners would have got the ball again. But if the Niners get the ball again third, they win the game.
Right.
I feel like that's a bad mindset because it's like,
You want to win the game
bro,
first.
I'm saying like, bro, you kick the field goal. You put yourself in a position to where if the Chiefs score, which let's be honest, it's the Chiefs, they gonna find a way to score.
Right.
You put yourself in a position where, yo, y'all about to lose this game. Like, I'm not gonna lie, as soon as I see them kick the field goal, I'm like, yo,
It's over.
this Jones, man. One or two ways.
Bro, so they accepted the ball first. Even Pat Mahomes did that, like,
I'm saying, if
Pat
I'm
Mahomes did
them,
like, really, like, yeah, bro.
if I'm them, I'm kicking it first off because if they do score, you get a chance and you're playing for 4 downs.
And
you
your
don't-
defense was good
Yeah.
for majority of the game anyway.
You go down, you get 3, but then you give Mahomes 4 downs. Like if the Chiefs had the ball first, maybe they don't go for it on every 4th down,
Right.
obviously because they might take a field goal.
Yeah.
But you want to get the ball first because you know if we score and they score, we get it last. Like I don't.
It's like, bro, overall, I'll say like 75 to 80%, your defense did their thing, bro. It's like you didn't trust your defense when it mattered. And I feel like as a coach, that was a coward decision because out of any defense in the league, I'm sticking with the Niners defense if I need to get stopped.
Right.
And for all that, they didn't trust the defense. Look, they let go of their defensive coordinator.
Steve Wilkes, yeah, that was a terrible decision. Honestly,
Terrible
honestly,
decision.
that was like
Terrible.
I liked the hire last year when they got him from the Panthers,
Yeah.
but overall, I just feel like Kyle Shanahan has way too much power over that coaching staff. He doesn't have an offensive coordinator. He's the one that called plays. I feel like he's just a little too stubborn, and even in his post-game presser, just like slurring his words, not really answering questions, like not really taking accountability.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, like if I was a 49ers fan, I would be pissed. I'm not gonna lie, and I feel like this might be a bold take, and I've seen some Niners fans suggest this, but I'm not saying fire Shanahan, but yo, consider adding Bill and your staff. It might be a humbling experience, but Bill Belichick as like a senior defensive staff, like something like that. Like we all know he's one of the greatest coaches ever. So you see Kyle Shanahan make a slip up, there's gonna be speculation like, yo, could Bill potentially take his spot, some stuff like that. But I feel like for the defense, even the defense, like players like Nick Bosa, Javon Hargrave in the postgame presser talking about like just questioning Shanahan's play calls, and I feel like just a little stuff like that, like getting a coach like Bill is like it's just a humbling experience for everybody on the field.
Yeah.
Doing that can maybe spark a difference because, bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro, I don't like the Niners going to next year. Like I know they was labeled as favorites to win the Super Bowl next year, but bro, what better year can they replicate from this?
Right.
This was their year, bro. The fact that they didn't get it is crazy. And plus, they almost didn't even make the Super Bowl. They had to make a miraculous comeback against Detroit to even get here.
Right.
So I feel like they just a little too spotty for me. They got a lot of players they got to pay, coaching decisions they got to make. It's gonna be a long offseason in San Fran, bro. That was my take for me. I ain't gonna lie. That was a crazy game.
Yeah, just to sum it up, I think Andy Reid just basically outcoached Shanahan, and not just Andy Reid, the whole coaching staff for the Chiefs. I want to give a lot of credit to Spags. He called a hellacious game defensively. I think a reason that they kind of went away from McCaffrey was 3 of his 22 carries, they went for 10 plus yards, but the other 19, he only had about like 40-ish yards, right? So they put in the extra linebacker. You know, usually in today's game, you usually see a lot of nickel coverage. The Chiefs went back to the old-fashioned, 4-3 kind of look. We're gonna match you. You're gonna bring in 2 tight ends. We're gonna bring in another linebacker. We're not just gonna give you a light box. So in turn, that helped slow down McCaffrey. And offensively, I think Brock had a solid game, but
Too safe.
it was safe, but they did. I feel like Trent McDuffie and L'Jarius Sneed, they're also like some of the best DBs. Not to mention Justin Reed. Like we gotta start mentioning them for like top secondaries. Honestly, now after the past 2 years,
For sure.
I want to give the credit to the Chiefs defense. It's obviously the Niners maybe disappointed, but I'm not a fan of not giving credit to
The other side.
because like you said, Mahomes threw a pick, boom, got a 3 and out right afterwards inside the Chiefs' own territory. Like that's a big stop. That could have easily swung the game, a 10-3 ball game.
Right.
I think that the 49ers defense actually played a really great game too. The Chiefs only had 13 points headed into the fourth quarter. Mahomes, they end up going to get a field goal, it goes in OT. Hey, when it goes in OT, you never know what's gonna happen. So, but the Chiefs, but they had Mahomes. The last two drives he delivered, like I said, game time field goal, game winning drive in OT. You gotta tip your hat, man. He's the best player currently, and they're gonna be one of the best teams for a while, I still believe.
No, for sure. So, if you guys could put a prediction right now, like for 2025 Super Bowl, who do you guys have in there right now?
I could go first on this one. If I had to make a prediction, I think the AFC team, this might throw you off, but I think the Chargers could be in there, bro.
Chargers, Dark Horse.
I think first year with Jim Harbaugh, revamp roster around Justin Herbert, Keenan Allen, and everybody. I feel like they could make a push, but now, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the Chiefs is back there.
Right.
If it wasn't the Chiefs, I'll go with the Chargers. And now the NFC,
The Giants.
Y'all got about 15 years on that.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not gonna lie. This might be crazy, and I know as an Eagles fan, it's kind of crazy to say, but I wouldn't be surprised if you see you down.
No.
Let me tell you why.
No, we're not doing
I feel like,
No, bro.
bro, Dallas each and every year, bro. Like I know they don't be having enough to go over the hump.
Right.
But like, bro, one of these years
They have enough.
They be having enough.
They be a mental team. What it matters, they don't play like they have enough. And I feel like
They don't have that guy,
they're
bro.
due, like bro. I thought this year, and I said this one of our earlier episodes. They're due for a run, in my opinion, bro. Like I don't know. I thought this was their year. They home record, their defense, and shit. We might not never see Dak in the Super Bowl, but bro, I just feel like if it wasn't the Cowboys, I mean, I'd probably go the Eagles, or I think the Rams could make it too. I ain't gonna lie. $40 million in cap space around Stafford and Donald and Puka and Cooper Kupp. They about to add a lot of firepower to the roster. But one more thing, our AFC, my dark horse will be the Jets too.
Jets.
The Jets.
Oh, yeah,
Jets
for
are
sure.
good.
Like, what do you think, Kev?
Now, you know how I feel about the NFC. Why you looking like that?
I'm just waiting to say. I'm just hoping you don't say Giants, bro. Go ahead, bro.
I'm getting on the Giants.
Then I got the Eagles though.
Not the Eagles.
I said I got the Eagles.
Oh, I say you ain't connecting with that. I get my dad when I get there.
So, you know. But I don't know. I feel like next year, AFC you can go to Chiefs.
Right. That's an easy answer.
Easy answer.
But he was a Chiefs.
Or are we gonna give up on the Ravens?
You can't. Like
You can't. No.
AFC is so stacked, bro.
Like I was gonna say, any team could like win out of next year. Like I think next year it's probably gonna be obviously the Chiefs gonna be back there, but I think the Bengals can get healthy.
I was gonna say-
Get healthy. They gonna be back.
I would see a lot of people saying the only person that can stop Pat Mahomes is Joe Burrow.
Well, it's only been him and Tom Brady.
But like the way they looking next year, if they get healthy.
If they see him again, I think the Chiefs beat him. I think that was a one-time thing.
Think so? I think the Bills gonna be back. Obviously, everybody from the defense will be healthy again. Another Josh Allen MVP season probably. Out of the NFC, it's gonna be a 3-man race between the Niners, Eagles, and Lions again. In my opinion.
Okay.
Oh, so you don't let the Cowboys make.
They'll be in the mix, but they're not going to.
I will bring back.
Green Bay will probably. That's my dark horse.
They need another year, in my opinion.
Okay.
They need another year.
Thanks, all right.
So me personally, I'm going a little dark horse, and I'm probably going to go a 2022 Super Bowl rematch, bro. I like Rams and Bengals going back at it once again, bro. You know, obviously the Chiefs is going to be an obvious answer, you know, but I feel like Joe Burrow, because he did come up with a little injury at the beginning of the season, and you know, Jamar Chase also got hurt, but I feel like they're going to be on the benches this season, bro. I feel like they seen what they missed out on, and they're like, yo, we about to come in 10 times harder back there. You know what I mean? There's a couple people that think Joe Burrow is a little overrated. There's a couple people that think he's not better than Lamar. He's not even better than Josh Allen. Like, you know. And that season when Joe Burrow took the Bengals to the Super Bowl, bro, he was looking like he was looking crazy, bro. And like you said, Jay, the Rams going to be fully healthy this time. Cooper Kupp not going to miss 4 games. They're going to have their offense together. I'm really feeling the 2022 rematch. If not that, I'm thinking I really like the Lions' chances. I'm not gonna lie, I really like the Lions' chances of making their Super Bowl appearance. Lions and Chiefs would be cool. Lions and Chiefs would be thorough.
I wanted to see that this year. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, a lot of people was hoping Lions and Ravens. That would have been hot this year. I'm not gonna lie.
That Lions Chiefs Week 1 matchup was.
That set the tone for the Lions for the season. But yeah, me personally, I'm going 2022 Super Bowl matchup.
Me personally, I still got to see Russell Wilson go. That's gonna.
Why you laughing? Why y'all
That's-
laughing?
He was doing good. He didn't even mention him last episode. He was doing good.
That's gonna have a big impact on what happens next year.
Russell Wilson in 2024.
Y'all smell that?
Brother, this guy's.
Y'all smell that?
Russell Wilson.
I respect it though. I respect it. I respect it.
I rock the Russ, but no.
With that being said, I kind of want to see the Chiefs 3-peat. So at this
You
point,
think they have enough to 3-peat? Like, you think
they got that
This
guy.
free agency, bro, that people going to come to the Chiefs.
They got that guy, and once you have one of those, Mahomes or Russ or Burrow, someone could get it done.
Kelsey in the Super Bowl, bro. It's like,
not to lay
Yeah,
out
six in it.
second half, but like Chris Jones, they started.
And they still, and I think Spags, Andy Reid gonna come back. Once you just need like a great quarterback, great coaching staff, and like owner and stuff. You have those things, you have a chance always. So I'm gonna just go Chiefs / Russell Wilson, and then I'm gonna go for the NFC. I give the Packers a shot. I like the 49ers again. You know what I'm saying? I still see Kyle Shanahan as one of the better coaches in the league, and also the Rams. Like, those are probably my top 3 for the NFC.
So, quick question I want to ask you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, a couple people aren't expecting the Ravens to re-sign Odell Beckham. Now, of course, Odell Beckham isn't the old OBJ that we all know. But say if Odell goes to the Chiefs, right?
Yeah.
You think Pat Mahomes can, like,
Turn
turn him up, or Andy Reid can turn him up, potentially?
He's definitely as good as Juju was.
Yeah.
So he'll
He
definitely.
better than Sammy Watkins.
So
Better than Sammy Watkins, so.
like when they had him, sure. I mean, yeah. So if they, that's
If they
some
get
level, but
they get him right now. What do you like? The second best receiver?
yeah,
Automatically,
they don't need him.
Automatically.
I don't think
That would be a good playmaker to have.
I like
on your team.
the young weapons. I like the young weapons like Jack
Rice,
Rice,
Scott Moore.
feel me?
Scott Moore,
Tony
He was supposed to
I'd
have a
rather-
good.
I'd
So
rather
Tony
get
not
him.
staying.
Tony not staying, but like when he was playing, he wasn't bad for them. He was cool.
No, this season, bro.
he's
That's-
gone.
Yeah,
He
he's
played
on
himself
the
out of a contract, bro.
Young options like them, you feel me?
They kind of did.
He wasn't playing up to. He wasn't
He
playing
was
up to
dropping
standards.
standards. He was doing a lot, and they still got Valdez. He might.
I'm not saying that's
he
like-
might be the
They
second best receiver.
they kind of benched him so he didn't have to. So he didn't meet his contract obligation.
That's
saying he
fair.
did. He did.
Shit, I mean, Harden's played himself to a contract.
Yeah, Harden did play himself into a contract. Definitely did.
And you caught that for the last
I
touchdown.
called it, bro. I
Should
called
put
it.
that on FanDuel. You would have got some cheese.
I wouldn't be here right now.
All right, man. So let's talk about it, man. So the Chiefs, we see what they're doing right now, right? We seen what they just did. They beat the Dolphins, one of the top 3 offenses last year. They beat the Bills. We know what they represent. The Ravens. Everyone thought that was the best team this year. The Niners, probably number 2, right? Do we see this as the greatest Super Bowl run of all time? Now, I think that it's right up there, man. You got the 2007 Giants, right? They went on the road, beat 3 teams, then beat one of the, if not, we would probably consider the
Best team ever,
2007 Patriots the greatest team of
And
all
their
time.
prime.
We seen the 2000 Ravens where they only gave up 23 points total throughout a playoff run.
That's
I don't know if we'll ever see that again.
That's
Never,
That's
probably.
right.
That's insane. Obviously with Ray Lewis and them boys. We got the 2020 Bucks. That's more recent. Tom Brady on the road.
Breaking out the Belichick era.
They went and beat Washington, but then they went on a nice run where they beat 3 straight Hall of Fame quarterbacks: Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, obviously in the Super Bowl, which they dominated. And then you have the 2017 Eagles, right? They went and won a Super Bowl when their MVP quarterback went down at the end of the year. Shout out Carson Wentz. He would have won MVP that year too.
After your team was injured that
Shout
year.
out BDN. I
But
don't know.
if y'all got any other runs, if y'all know any other runs, or that y'all want to mention into
I ain't
this,
gonna lie. I think this this is arguably the best, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I feel like the narrative that they be going into the postseason was crazy. I don't know why, but like teams like the Chiefs that always find a way to win, people gonna always find a way to like discredit their success. Everybody talking about how they can't get it on the road. Me personally, I had the Chiefs in every game they played this postseason. But I feel like starting off at home with the Dolphins set the tone for their postseason. Boom, they got 2 of them out the way. Then you go on the road to Buffalo at Josh Allen crib, get it done.
Snow.
Get it done.
Yeah,
You feel me? The way they did, I'm like, yo. They can, as soon as when they won that game,
they beat Buffalo.
I'm like,
They
all right,
don't
they
win the
gonna
Super
go.
Bowl in my head.
Like,
Really?
I
picked
I'm
Buffalo.
saying, like, I like the Ravens all year. Like, I like what they did, but bro, I'm not gonna lie.
You don't score the whole second half and you still beat them.
Even before going into the game, I'm like, bro, I gotta see it to believe it. Like, I'm gonna pick the Chiefs every postseason game until they lose, until I can think differently.
Right.
But he went into the road, they went to the Baltimore and probably had one of their worst offensive games and still sat comfortably the whole game.
Shout out Stag.
I'm gonna say, yeah, he just signed a new contract extension too. He probably top 5 DC in the game. I'm not gonna lie. When he
That's-
goes to that defense, it's
You
crazy.
gotta be.
He in
we gotta start
that ever. He in that ever.
Yeah, we gotta start mentioning that. This 5-year run is going on because even though they're not necessarily known for defense, you need some of it. They haven't getting enough credit throughout this run.
This
This
is
is
they
the,
play the best defense.
That's the better side.
definitely
The defense.
no. This year for sure. I'm talking about throughout the history
Run.
of this run, they don't get enough credit. Obviously, it's still Chiefs offense. It was more offensively led in the beginning, but they always make crucial plays when it mattered.
Right.
All right, so speaking of that, now is this the greatest stretch of a team of all time? Think about it. You got the Cowboys of the '90s, the Niners with Joe Montana and Jerry Rice. They won 4 Super Bowls. You got the Steelers. They won 4 in 6 years, right? I mean, New England. Like, what do you think is the best stretch by an NFL team ever?
Shit, I wouldn't say New England because there's a lot of controversy throughout those Super Bowls. Like refereeing and
So
deflated ball.
Spygate. So,
Yeah. Spygate, Deflategate.
so you think that was cheating for a lot of?
I ain't saying that.
But just the fact that it's
just
a topic
a
of
good
discussion.
discussion.
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. This is probably the best one, bro.
Well, wasn't this the first time he's been on the road?
This is the first time he's been on the
run?
road.
Yeah, that's probably.
This is the first back-to-back Super Bowl championships in 20 years, bro.
Yeah.
And plus, most dynasties, like even in all sports, most dynasties have off years, like down years where everybody hurt. Like, yo, we're gonna take this year, get a high.
And the first 5 games, it looked like they was gonna have it.
It looked like they was gonna have it.
When they lost Miami, we lost Detroit first game.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, "Yo, Super Bowl hangover was going on."
Those
The
off years
offense,
and all that, like
Yeah.
they turn it around in the playoffs. Like they never had no off year. AFC Championship at least every year. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
And look at the last 2 Super Bowls. Like I'm not gonna lie, they arguably beat 2 of the best teams in football the last 2 years. The Eagles team from last year and the Niners team from this year.
Yeah.
Having those teams, 2 teams in your belt is kind of crazy, especially after being down 10 in both games. I don't think we talk about that enough. Like we kind of I wouldn't say overstated. Like we really underrate what they're doing as a unit. Not only Pat Mahomes. Like I know he gets a lot of credit for what he does, but the weapons making timely plays, the defense making the plays that they need to get Mahomes on the field. Like for example, this past game, stopping the Niners and put them in a sticky situation where they don't know whether to go for it or to kick a field goal. They was doing their thing too. Like the Chiefs, they had no momentum in that game. Like people don't realize them winning that game is kind of crazy. So I feel like they
It's
always
6 points till 2 minutes left in the third
feel me?
quarter.
Like they always respond to high leverage situations. So I'm not gonna lie, bro. And they're not done yet. They're not done.
So I'm about to say that's the mid though.
They gotta be done.
So if they win next season, they be the first NFL team to 3-peat. Is Pat Mahomes the greatest QB of all time?
If they get 3, he's the goal.
That's
my
If they
They
3
3-peat, bro. 3-peat in football. I don't think people realize like.
I don't think
you know
people
how hard that is,
understand.
bro. Like that's not hard
This
making
game of
is,
football,
bro.
just a weird bounce could go one way. That's how football is so crazy. For them to win 3 straight would be absolutely insane.
And plus-
For them to even be in 6 straight AFC championship, like they literally what the Patriots were doing. Like Tom Brady went to like
That's
15
crazy.
championship games.
That's crazy.
Mahomes already at 6.
Bro, he's already like second all time in playoff wins, or like.
He's second on. He's tied, I think, with second.
That's great, like bro, like you said, AFC Championship runs.
He's only 28.
That's crazy to turn on your body, bro.
He still got another 12 of them.
Bro, they got him signed for
Probably.
10, so
Yeah.
And they already talking about
Friendly deal too, which is
He was
in
talking
turn gonna bring in more help.
talent. He about to take another pay cut. To win more money.
It's crazy because he defense, bro.
But that's what Brady was doing.
Yeah.
Like we got quarterback, maybe I'm not saying, hey, get your money, you work hard your whole life, but if you want to win, you see what the goats
You
do.
need good receivers. You
You
need
see
good
what the goats
O
do.
line.
I feel like a lot of quarterbacks that we see break the bank down never really play on like a complete unit type of team.
Right.
Should we gonna talk about
Right.
I mean, after the reason of 2 years, that contract went up and that team went down. Not saying that it was his fault, but not even only him. We see that with a lot of quarterbacks. And shit, we're about to see that. Depending on how it goes, we might see that with the Eagles too.
We just can't see, if you're going to get that money, you can't fall off like how some of these do. Russ, at least 3 straight playoff appearances, 100 touchdowns, like 3-year stretch. I mean, you can't really do nothing more
I
than
can
that.
take that